Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea Tranquility. Welcome to day 15 of our favorite rock guitar teams of all time. That's right, 31 days of October. Each and every day, we're looking at another guitar team that we all like quite a bit. We're both playing along, you and me. Well, you and me. Get the pointing right. Teams of two, teams of three, right? Two guitar players. Could both be fantastic lead players, could be one spectacular rhythm player and an ace on the lead guitar, could be three guitar players, right? As we've already seen a couple three guitar bands this month. I think we've got potentially one more. Potentially. Or maybe I've covered them all. I'm not really sure. I'd have to go consult my list. But this, I've seen in both your lists that you've been putting down in the comments and mine, all sorts of interesting configuration, great bands. There's so many of them. So, of course, we're not going to get to all of them this month, but I'm trying to pick my 31 favorites. So this team in particular is one where you've got a really good rhythm guitar player who's pretty good at coming up with cool riffs, and a lead player who's ultra melodic. Neither one of these guys are big personalities, but within the confines of this band, they work so well together. They've been doing it together for so long. I'm talking about Eric Bloom and Donald Buck Dharma Roser from Blue Oyster Cult. That's right. Both guys, and this is a really interesting band and a really interesting duo because they also are both pretty prolific songwriters within their bands. They both sing lead vocals. They both sound really different from each other. And you've got Eric Bloom, who does, comes up with plays all the rhythms and this thing they call stunt guitar. Never really understood that whole stunt guitar thing, I guess. I don't know. And Buck Dharma is the really lyrical, melodic, fast lead guitar player. Little guy who just absolutely had some amazing, I should say, because he's still absolutely amazing. Now they've added another player into the mix, Richie Castellanos, who also is a fine player as well, making them kind of like a triple guitar attack right now. Richie also plays keyboards. But, back in the day, it was basically Buck and Eric. On occasion during a concert, you would get the Bouchard brothers and Alan Lanier, and they'd all be out there on guitars, right? But for the most part, it's just these two guys. And of course, the classic debut album, which then came The Last Days of May, and Buck's solos are absolutely legendary, and Buck Dharma is like one of those unique players that he never ever overplays. His solos are just perfectly constructed for the songs. They're like, as far as like technicality goes, they're just very inspiring and incredible. But his playing is always so tasty and melodic. Like I said, he never gets into the whole, I'm just going to play because I'm Buck Dharma type of thing. Really, he plays lead guitar, kind of like, he's also a songwriter. So he's like, okay, well, this is meant to be part of the song, not to take over the song. So all solos on Blue Oyster Cult albums are just like, they're really well constructed and well placed, and they never make you forget about what the real reason is you're listening to the song, and that's for the song itself, for the melodies, and for that sort of thing. So these guys work so well together in doing that, and so many great riffs and so many great Blue Oyster Cult songs, and then you always remember you can hum all those solos. That's what's so great about Buck Dharma's solos, right? So you've got Transmit Icon MC on here, Stairway to the Stars, the more psychedelic album. You got the heavy album, right? Tyranny and Mutation, Red and the Black, Hot Rails to Hell, Seven Screaming Disbusters, OD'd on Life Itself, right? Teen Archer, Mistress of the Salmon Salt, Quick Lime Girl, great album. My personal favorite Blue Oyster Cult album of all time, Secret Treaties. I mean, one banger after another on here, right? Career of Evil, Subhuman, Dominance and Submission, ME 262, sorry. Cagey Cretins, probably for me the weakest song on the album, but it's still fun. But the rest of it, man, Harvester of Eyes, Flaming Telepaths, Astronomy, Buck's solo on Astronomy is just absolutely terrific. How about all the cool riffs and, the kind of like old rock and roll style riffs in ME 262, Dominance and Submission, big, fat riffage going on there, some really cool intricate guitar parts, right? Subhuman is so cool. Man, just a great album. And of course, you've got Ages to Fortune, which contains their greatest hit of all time, Don't Fear the Reaper, their most popular song ever. This Ain't the Summer of Love on here as well. Tattoo Vampire, one of the albums that for me has really been rising up the ranks. My Blue Oyster Cult favorites is Spectres. Classic album, classic cover. You know, you got Godzilla on here, right? Their big riff, heavy metal song. Golden Age of Leather, Death Valley Nights. You got a little bit of pop, a little bit of hard rock on here, a little bit of psych. Are You Ready to Rock? Yes, I Am. Celestial the Queen, Nosferatu. And what's great about Blue Oyster Cult is you can't really pigeonhole them into any kind of style, right? They were never, for a long time they were labeled as a heavy metal band, never a metal band. Psychedelic band. Some people call some of their stuff prog. They're definitely a hard rock band, but they do a lot of great pop stuff. It's this weird mix of so many styles. They just ultimately just sound like Blue Oyster Cult. And then, of course, the album that got me into the band, Cultosaurus Erectus, produced by Martin Birch, Black Blade, terrific. Monsters, Deadline, A Marshall Plan, Divine Wind, Lips in the Hills. Also another one of my favorite albums, Fire of Unknown Origin, Joan Crawford. Burn It For You, probably their other biggest hit of all time. Title track, Veteran Psychic Wars, Heavy Metal, Black and Silver. A lot of other good albums that I'm not going to show today, but I do want to. The Symbol Remains is their most recent album, came out a couple years ago. This is absolutely terrific. For me, probably one of the great kind of comeback albums after not releasing an album for so many years. This is just really good. That was this heavy stuff on here, this poppy stuff on here, there's a little bluesy stuff on here. There's this Box in My Head, great, totally addicting pop song, great melodies. Tainted Blood, nice and heavy. Nightmare Epiphany, Edge of the World. The Machine is fun. The Return of Saint Cecilia. Stand and Fight, Florida Man, so catchy. The Alchemist, nice and heavy and doomy. Secret Road, Fight. I mean, great stuff on here. What's really good about that album is you get all three very now distinct vocalists and guitar players and songwriters, because Richie Castellanos is such a force in this band now. Sings a couple songs, plays terrific guitar. You got Buck's songs on here, you got Eric's songs on here. Quite good. So, that's my pick for today. The two guys in Blue Oyster Cult, I guess you can call them three right now, but for historically, it's Buck Dharma and Eric Bloom, a great guitar team, and they both look so great up there on stage, right? You had Eric wearing all the leather and the sunglasses. He's got the kind of the curly hair and the beard, and then you got shorter Buck Dharma, looks cool. Sometimes he wears sunglasses too. Just doesn't really say much. Just comes up, sings great, plays great. He's such a presence there as well. That is my pick for today. The guys from Blue Oyster Cult, let us know what you think of these two, Eric and Buck, down in the comments below, but also your pick for day 15 here today, as we are hitting just about the halfway point in the month. So we got much more to come. So stay tuned each and every day here this month for more of mine and yours favorite rock guitar teams. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. We've also had the links below to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, as well as our merch page for all sorts of great Sea of Tranquility gear. We got many different shirt designs, lots of different cool logos and stuff. There's the brand new Serpent one, which is awesome. So go check that out. And we'll see you tomorrow with another one of these. And stay tuned, just a couple hours. We've got the UK Connection coming up at you, where we are going to be ranking the songs on a classic album. And that classic album is The Captain of Me by the Doobie Brothers. And then stay tuned. Tomorrow we've got Jamie Laszlo and myself bringing you ranking the albums of Witchcraft, great Swedish doom band, and then we will kickstart the work week off with the Hudson Valley Squares on Monday. So stay tuned for that and a lot more here. I am Pete Pardo. We'll see you real soon, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.